RJ.
Yes, Andrew.
It's so kind of you to invite me to your chalet.
Yeah, no problem. I see you brought your luggage.
I did, exactly.
Staying for a few days, I guess.
This is for the weekend. RJ, I like to drink. I like to drink moonshine.
Yeah.
I like to drink Kool-Aid.
Oh, wow.
I want to talk about the moonshine. You are the world's preeminent Speedmaster expert. The first thing I want to know, and I'm a little salty with Amiga and Swatch, did you know about this drop before it dropped? Because I did not.
Yeah, they let me know shortly up front that there would be something new. They sent me an invitation for Zurich because they want to do a sale in Zurich, London, Tokyo, Milan.
Yep.
And
why? Why those places? Why not Sydney? Why not Melbourne?
I don't know, man. I only know Australia from, Flying Doctors.
Yes, let's not sidebar into Heartbreak High or Flying Doctors, because this guy knows more about both those shows than I do. You're a freak. Who likes those shows? I hate those shows. I'm Australian.
And Skippy.
You and my grandma.
No, so I went to Zurich and there was a new MoonSwatch. And just like me in school, man, minimum effort, maximum result. Just the chronograph seconds hand was MoonShine Gold plated.
I just want to know more. Because RJ and I were at the drop of the first MoonSwatch extravaganza.
Yep.
And when people say to me, look, was that just a hype bomb? What are your thoughts on that? For me, that was the most significant cultural cut-through moment for my time, my decade in the watch industry. There's nothing that comes close. My mum knew about it. Your mum knew about it. I know that your mum knew about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. No, it was on mainstream media, it was on television, it was on newspapers.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it before.
Like, Mr. Hayek, Mr. Eichlerman, what a coup, what an extraordinary revolution that created in watch awareness.
Yeah.
But what the hell with part two?
It's,
as
is
you
part
said,
two.
But it can't be. Can this even be called part two? Just plating a second hand?
Because they also say it's not an addition to the collection, right? It's not the 12th model. Of course it is.
Yeah.
But it's a mission to the moon with a different hand and different packaging, by the way. I think the product as such, I really like it.
Yeah.
So I love the chronograph second hand, nice
So do
contrast.
I like the look of it.
It's beautifully done.
The gold lifts it.
I think the story is a little bit thin because the hands were produced during the full moon day in February 5th in Switzerland. So I feel that's a little bit thin.
You know, when that part came out, I pictured you naked, like dancing around Stonehenge with burning sage.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
We got a scoop. This is how the moonshine happened. Were you drinking moonshine at the time?
Scoop! Yeah.
I mean, there was some crazy stuff in this press release, and it made you, of course, it begged the question for consumers, real people, what's going on?
Yeah.
And
I think it's also a good thing because they have their momentum again.
Yeah.
And of course, people are pissed off. We see that the comments on Fratello website. People are pissed off because they can't get one. It's yet another MoonSwatch.
So it's not online?
Small thing. It's not online. You can only buy it in the stores.
Yeah.
And only at selective stores at selective dates. So this was the first drop. So there will be other drops this year, which will be communicated later on.
Okay.
So that's, I think, the misunderstanding as well.
This is the misunderstanding that we can clear up with this video. This is not part two. This is
more an
it's an extension, a line extension. I think about Goldmember. I think was he Dutch?
I think so.
In Austin Powers?
He had gold clocks, yeah.
He had something else that rhymes with clocks that was gold. Yeah. So the point I want to make here is that we were at that ground zero of something that was just absolutely incredible. And there's this maybe misunderstanding that this was meant to be the part two of that.
Yeah.
But you've been making Seamaster mock-ups. We've been making Seamaster mock-ups. We stole Scottish Watches Seamaster mock-up because it was better than ours. Well done, boys. Everyone's making mock-ups of what might come next. Do you have a prediction? Do you have a gut feel? Do you have early information?
No, I don't.
Okay.
And I would love to see the two mock-ups we did for the Speedy Tuesday models, the Ultraman and the Speedy Tuesday 1.
Play the B-roll.
Those were awesome.
Play the B-roll. That was awesome. But I stole that too.
Yeah, but I also, I know. But I also see people saying, I had different expectations about this watch, but there were no expectations. There was nothing. It just dropped.
Yeah.
So my own expectations were that something would happen for the 40th anniversary of Swatch.
Yes.
On March 1st.
Yeah.
And nothing happened.
Nothing. So weird.
Yeah, so it's still the rest of the year, but March 1st was a very important moment, I feel.
So can we quickly reel through, what are the biggest comments that you want to address about the Moonshine right now? Like, what are the things that people are saying? So
I think it's the lack of availability. It's the only 4 places where you can buy one. The first drop, but I think it's a misunderstanding. There will be more drops.
Yep.
The other one is that it's not available online.
Yep.
But there I have to, if I look at the brand's perspective, I get it. Because there was so much press in Zurich doing interviews with people who bought a watch. And if you sell it online, there's no press that you're on your doorstep waiting for you for the DHL box to arrive.
Yep.
So then he doesn't get any press.
Yep.
So I get it. This is a proper marketing stunt.
So this is a marketing stunt
But for the
too.
consumer, it's annoying because they can't get the watches unless you're queuing up for hours.
My stunt is that Adrian's released a video and it's doing really well. And hey, Adrian, you trolled me on About Effing Time yesterday. I'm getting you back. His video really addressed the flipper issue because the first however many people in the queue, and I witnessed this in where was I? Geneva for the MoonSwatch launch. We can play a little B-roll there. The first however many people were all scalpers. They didn't give a shit.
I saw
what
that in
this
Zurich
watch
as well. You saw a number of scalpers, but I also witnessed a lot of people who are truly Swatch collectors.
Yeah.
So you can't dodge the scalpers. If it would be online only, you also would attract scalpers.
You get the bots then, you got the bot army.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you can do. There's nothing much you can do to fight scalpers.
I know.
Yeah. We had the same with the Speedy Tuesday release. You could buy it or order it online, and next thing you see was there were hundreds of them on Chrono 24. What can you do?
No. Well, you have brought up an amazing point, which is RJ's mock-ups of the Speedy Tuesday MoonSwatches, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
The best mock-ups going around, and I desperately want the Ultraman.
I want both.
I want both. Yeah. So is there anything else to say about this, RJ? Because it is so light. Like when I WhatsApped RJ and said, RJ, let's do a video about the Moonshine, and you're like, it's a bit thin, isn't it? Question mark. And I'm like, yeah. But
I mean, product-wise, I really like the product, but the discussion that we get from the audience, the readers, it's the same as last year. We can't get the watch. We need to queue up. It's not online. It's the same discussion. Nothing changed.
It really does feel like we kind of, I won't use the inappropriate term, but we're teasing. As in, there's a degree of, the audience is like, we get so close to it that it doesn't bother us as much. But I do feel you, because not being able to, what's the point of getting excited about this watch if you live in Bendigo?
Well, I feel bad for those who really want the watch and can't get the watch. I don't feel bad for the ones that just don't like the watch and keep bitching about it, because then just don't buy it. I mean, there are hundreds of watches that I don't like. I don't have to bitch about them.
Yeah.
So,
well, we could in another video. RJ, thanks very much. It's time we got back to
enjoy my chalet.
Tobogganing. Yeah, indeed. Thanks, guys. Bye.